In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your online tool database. So we're going to cover how to sync up your tool database with a server and how you can download that tool database if you need it for future instances. So let's first go to the top right of the software because we need to make sure that we're signed in first to use the online sync functionality. So we'll click on the sign in button after we've clicked on this arrow here to launch this menu. So we'll click on sign in and your browser will be launched, so your default internet browser will be launched, and we'll be asked to log in with our email address and password for our V&Co account. So I'm just going to enter my email and password and then log in. Wonderful. And then once you've logged in, we get this option here that says access request. Spark would like to access the following private information, and we want the tool database here so we can grant access to that. And you'll see here the access has been granted and we've successfully linked our V&Co portal with our Spark software. So for now, I'm just going to minimize this window and we'll go back into the software. You'll see now on the top right of the software, we're showing is online. There's a little green icon there next to our sign in. And if we click onto the arrow here, you can see that we're saying it's sign out because we're signed in, and you can see we're online. Now, let's open up the right-hand side panel to have a look at the tool database. So let's click on this icon here for the tool database, and you can have a look at our tool database settings. Now, if you don't know how the tool database functions, at this stage, I'd recommend you go back and watch our dedicated video on how to use your tool database, and then come back to this video after you have done that. Now, what we're actually interested in here is uploading our tool database settings to the server. So what we're going to do is have a look at editing a tool and then launching it up to the server so we can download it again later after making our edits. So I'm just going to click on one of these tools here. You can see here I've got my 8-inch end mill, and you can see currently it has a spindle speed set of 16,000 RPM. I want you to keep an eye on this value because we'll be using this as an example very shortly. Now, if you follow my mouse pointer all the way to the top right here, you'll notice here we've got a couple of different options. We have a cloud icon with an up arrow to indicate that we can upload our current tool database to the V&Co portal. We have a download icon with a cloud with a down arrow to show that we can download the latest tool database from the V&Co portal. And we have this option here to manage remote tool databases. The first thing we're going to do is actually upload our tool database. So let's just click on this icon here to upload it. And you'll notice here the software gives you a message and it says, this will overwrite the database on the server last uploaded at this date and this time. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. And then once it's uploaded, we get this message to say the tool database has been uploaded to the server. So just like that, you've now uploaded your tool database to your V&Co account. So if you need to access it in future, you've got a really easy way to do so. Now, I did mention a minute ago about editing this value here, didn't I? So let's have a look at why we might want to use our tool database sync to upload and download our tool database. So let's say I accidentally make a change, or if I make a change that I want to revert. So let's say I go to change this to 10,000. Okay, so I've changed that to 10,000, I've hit apply, but let's say in future I wasn't sure actually if that was the original setting I had for this and I forgot. Well, that's where the beauty of the online sync comes into hand, because we can now download that old copy of our tool database that we had uploaded to the server, and so we can get our original settings back. So if I go ahead and go to the top right and click on download latest tool database from the V&Co portal, the software says this will overwrite your local tool database with the one held on the server, which was last uploaded at this date and this time. Do I want to continue? Yes, I do. And you'll notice now when it downloads, we have our spindle speed back up to 16,000 RPM. So if you ever make a mistake or if you forgot what settings you use, it's a wonderful way to help you reset that back again and get back to a stable foundation. Now, there is another option I covered earlier, which was up here to use a remote tool database. Now, to go over this in further detail, we'll actually need to go back into our portal account. So we're going to go ahead and log in to our portal. So let's just go over to the V&Co portal. And we're going to log into our account. And then once we're logged in, we're going to go to the left-hand side here, and we're going to click on this option here for your tool databases. So I'm just going to click onto that. And you can see here I've got a couple of different tool databases. Now this is the Spark one I have just uploaded, and I can click to view it. So you can see here I can click to view, I can click on share if I want to share it. But in this case, I've already got this one. I want to use a different one. So I'll go for this one here. And again, I'll click on share, and you'll see here that because it is a shared tool database, this option here has been checked to on. Now I can turn that off if I don't want to share this tool database, but in my case I do want to share it, and it's called my tool database. So I can give it a name here if I want to, and I can simply click on this link here and it will copy it, and I can now go back into the software to then copy this link in. So let's show you how you do that. So now that we're back in the software, what we're going to do is go to the top right here and click on to Manage Remote Tool Databases. So we'll click onto that, and we're going to make sure our cursor is in this box, and we're going to press Command V on the keyboard, and this is our shared tool database link, and we'll click on Add. And just like that, it says Remote Tool Database, my tool database has been added successfully. So let's click on OK, and you can see it's now listed here for my remote tool database. So if you had a couple of these, they would all be listed here for you to see nice and clearly. And if you ever want to remove it, you can simply click on it and click on remove if you ever need to. But I'm happy with this, so I'll click on done. Okay, wonderful. Now you may notice there's no change here immediately, so we'll go up to the top right and we'll click on this drop down list, and now we have local and my tool database. So this is the remote tool database that we had just added in. So let's click onto that. And you can see here I've got my tools listed, and I can cycle through these, and you'll notice though I can't make any changes. Now, if I did want to add one of these tools in to my tool database, I can actually do that. And the way you do it is if you go to a tool that you want. So in my case, I want this 90-degree half-inch V-bit. You can select it with a left mouse click and then right mouse click and choose Copy to Local Database. So the local tool database is the one on this machine. I'm going to copy it to whichever machine I've got set up in my tool database. So I'm going to go for my desktop and whichever material, and I will go for the softwood material. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'll go back to my local tool database and we'll go and find our tool. And you can see here, it's actually listed it for us down in the bottom. I'm just going to change the material at the top here to softwood because that's what I had assigned the tool to. And you can see in the bottom of my tool database here on the left hand side, I have my tool database, which is the remote tool database I'd copied the tool from, Imperial Tools, V-bits, and then I've got the V-bit, the 90-degree, half-inch, and I've got all of my details here ready to go so I can select it. So I can click on Done and I can start using it. So let's make a quick example of using the V-bit. So if I go ahead and make something like a star, and I'll just start drawing it out. Wonderful. And then if I go into V-carving toolpath and I can set a flat depth, I'll just go for a flat depth of 0.05 and I'll select the V-bit that I want, and I'm going to choose the one that I just imported from that remote tool database. And you'll notice here I can make the changes if I want to as well. So I can change this spindle speed if I want to, hit apply, and that will change it, and I can make edits to it that way. And if we do switch over to my tool database, you'll notice here I can actually still select it. So I can click on select and I can use that from the remote database as well. And crucially, if I click on edit in this form here, I can actually edit these settings. So I can still use my remote tool database tool and I can make edits for this specific toolpath only by using that edits button as well. So there are a couple of different ways you can use and utilize your tools within the tool database. But with that, that is how you use your online tool database. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.